Especially fans who aren't old enough, most of the footage that they would see of you would be from the 1960s, and even though you were still a great player during most of that period of time, you couldn't run anymore. So a lot of younger fans don't realize how fast you were. I mean, in a flat foot race, you were faster than Willie Mays or faster than whoever.
Just about anybody, yeah. Yeah, I could, especially before in 51, they time me going from home to first in 3-1. Like if you do it in 3-6 or something, that's pretty fast. On a drag bunt hitting left-handed, I could go from home to first in 3-1. But I went from home to first in 3-4 hitting right-handed. So that's really quick. That's quite a bit faster than Ricky Henderson goes from home to first.
You know, like I said, you're a modest guy, but when you think about yourself, you think of a baseball player, a guy in a baseball uniform?
Yeah. No, I was a ball player all my life. I always will be.
What was DiMaggio like to you? That was his last year, your first year.
Joe was real quiet. He wasn't really outgoing at all, you know. Like, my locker was right next to Joe's in the Yankee locker, in the locker room. And he was my idol when I came up, you know. I think he was probably the greatest. I didn't get to see him but that 1 year, and he was still good in his last year. But I think he was probably the best all-around baseball player. Many people have said that ever played.
But you and he weren't close. He didn't say, no, hey, kid, you're going to be a great player or anything like that.
If he spoke to me, I'd say, hey, Joe, how you doing, you know? But I kind of like waited till he speak. Sometimes you'd say, hey, Joe, how you doing? And he'd go right on by and sit down, you know? So it was like you let him, he was the boss.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I spend a lot of time trying to get you guys nice videos, so please subscribe to this page, and please subscribe to my second page. The link to my second page is in the description section. Thank you.